everyone, welcome to HQ Trivia. I'm Beric Livingstone. Is it me, or does it seem like the longer it stays hot and dry, the stranger things get? We've had the M25 grinding to a halt for 10 hours to allow a big group of ducks to cross the road, a new airliner shaped like a beluga whale, bears turning up in people's swimming pools, me turning up on Sharon's show, Sharon raining gift boxes from the sky on yesterday's show. I mean, I have enough trouble with reality when it feels like reality. Anyway, we struggle on. Let's stay sane by answering some trivia questions for money. £1,000 is yours to win or split if you can get 12 answers in a row correct. Use extra lives to stay in the game. Get extra lives by inviting friends to play using your code. Okay, let's do this thing. Here's Q1. What is the name of Apple's video and audio calling service? Headspace, Mouth Hour, FaceTime. They've had video conferencing and calling since way back when. Back in the 1920s, AT&T were testing video calling. But if you went for Headspace, then you're about to get an extra 15 minutes of it. Chatting with all your features, it's FaceTime. FaceTime, Apple bought the name from a company called FaceTime, 114,279 if you got that right. 367 thought Mouth Hour, and you can video call Ms. Vanjie and discuss what happened. If you thought bum dialing was bad, just wait till you get bum FaceTimed. Spank you very much. Q2. Which of these toppings are commonly found on a margarita pizza? Margarine and thyme, butter and turnip, cheese and tomato. Oxford, research shows, is the pizza capital of the UK. 49% of people in Oxford have a pizza at least once a week. The greedy little... Anyway, if your margarita turns up with a turnip, send that sucker back, baby. The basic base the better ones are built upon, it's cheese and tomato. Of course it is. Cheese and tomato, 112,874 if you got that right. 510 of you thought margarine and thyme. And if my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. Okay, pizza was named after Queen Margherita, who clearly wasn't an adventurous eater. Now, coming up tomorrow is our £8,000 game. Invite friends to get those extra lives in because they could be what you need to secure a win. Now, I have been asked to shout out the Beric fan club. I'm quite embarrassed, but I'm very tickled that there is such a thing, so thank you for that. Also, hello to Sarah Wiggin, who's just had surgery. Her wishing you better. Gemma Greenshields, hello. And hello to Big Steve and Small Jordan. On to Q3. An aeronaut is another name for which of the following? Chocolate taster, balloonist, astrologer. 3 fascinating jobs that they don't mention enough in careers fairs. We're after the one that looks down on the others, literally. It's a balloonist. Yes, aeronaut, from the words meaning air and sailor. 54,099 if you got that right. We lost 53,000 to astrologer. That was nearly a savage question. I think we lost more than we thought we were going to do there. Originally, that was a name unique to balloonists. It now refers to the pilot of any old flying contraption, but not to astrologers. Okay, losing half so early in the game. Only the fittest survive. Here comes Q4. Suffering Succotash is the trademark exclamation of which cartoon cat? Garfield, Sylvester, Top Cat. It was a way of avoid saying suffering saviour, which would have been a curse back in the day. Suffering Succotash. Succotash consists of sweet corn with lima beans, but which cartoon kitty is suffering it? Dressed for dinner, it's Sylvester. Sylvester, the right answer. Top Cat had the best theme tune, but 49,443 of you knew it was Sylvester. Succotash is hardly lasagna, but it's still better than the stuff our cat drags in. Yeah, let's not go there. Q5. Which Alfred Hitchcock movie is largely set in Australia? Foreign Correspondent, The Trouble with Harry, Under Capricorn. Alfred Hitchcock, the master of the cameo, the master of the camera movement, and the master of suspense, until HQ came along. Well, let's not keep you in suspense any longer, because it is the one with a bit of down under in the title, Under Capricorn. Under Capricorn, the right answer, 20,798. I'm going to call this one savage because we lost 30,000 of you. Savage question there. 15,000 to foreign correspondent, 13,000 to The Trouble with Harry. No one really knew that. It wasn't a big success on its release, maybe that's why. Now it's considered one of the Masters' most overlooked and underrated pictures. Okay, 20,000 still in the game. Q6. Which of the following planets is impossible to see from Earth with just the naked eye? Mars, Neptune, Saturn. Just the naked eye, or eyes, or even with glasses, you can't see it without some kind of equipment like a telescope. And without that, who is missing from even the clearest sky? Not observed till the 1600s, not identified as a planet till the 1840s, it's Neptune. Neptune, the right answer, which could have been called Oceania or Janus. But we went for Neptune, and we call it that. I call 17,219 of you winners. Sorry, Pluto, but Neptune is the only real planet in the solar system we can't see without help. Okay, some of you, 1,250 odd, using your extra lives to get back in. Q7. Which of these countries' flags does not feature a Union Jack? Bhutan, Fiji, Tuvalu. A lot of countries have Union Jacks on their flags, and even Mobile, Alabama has it on its flag. Now, two of these are Commonwealth countries with links to Britain's colonial past, but the Mountain Kingdom, which has never been colonized, is Bhutan. And that was the answer we wanted here. 11,139 of you got that right. Their flag is yellow and orange with a dragon in the middle. Pretty wild, just like Wales. Okay, Q8. It's More Than You Imagined was used in an advertising campaign for which broadcaster? HBO, Channel 4, Netflix. A lot of advertising features imagination. Use yours if you can't remember. They're the kings and queens of content, but who promised they'd blow our minds? A boast they've more than backed up. It's HBO. Oh my goodness, 6,578 if you got that right. HBO been pumping up perfection since the 70s, including Game of Thrones, The Wire, and Sex in the City. Q9. Which of these countries' main police emergency telephone numbers is not the same as the UK's? Singapore, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia. UK had the first emergency number back in 1937, but it only covered London. The whole of the UK didn't get it till the 70s. It was 999, but who thought they could reinvent it? Having to remember 117 for the police instead, it's Switzerland. Yes, the Swiss were the ones, and 3,739 of you got that right. Okay, let us move on now to Q10. In 1947, Britain recorded its highest figures of the 20th century for which of the following? Rainfall, snowfall, temperature. Cast my mind back. What was it? The weather is always good for a whinge, but really maxing it out back in 47, with temperature definitely on the low side, it's snowfall. Yeah, they had a few bad winters, record breakers back in the 20th century, but snowfall was the one we wanted here. 2,129 if you got it right. We love a snow day, but 55 of them in a row might have been a bit much even for Blighty. 2 questions to go. 453 people using extra lives there. Question 11. The Boulder chase scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark was inspired by which comic? Justice League, Adventure Comics, Uncle Scrooge. Classic movie from '81. And you know those ghostly figures at the end? They filmed those by shooting mannequins in a swimming pool with a furry lens. So there you go. Now, they've all got the name for it, but Adventure Comics isn't the answer here. We're talking about Donald Duck's daring relative. It's Uncle Scrooge. Uncle Scrooge, the right answer. Oh, just 623 if you got that right. I think it's the second savage question of the day. 2,000 of you eliminated. Not surprised, because that was a toughie. It may be one of Hollywood's most iconic scenes, but it was taken straight off the page of a Disney comic. George Lucas, the co-writer, even confirmed it himself. All right, everyone, now stay with us. You 623, we're moving into the final round. Everything on the table, £1,000 to play for. Here it comes, the final Q, Q12. In which of these grounds did Muhammad Ali successfully defend a world title in 1966? Highbury, Wembley, White Hart Lane. Just a couple of years before, of course, he changed his name from Cassius Clay through Cassius X to Muhammad Ali. Now, Henry Cooper wanted his belt back, but where was he denied? It was a Wembley-worthy fight, but the stadium was getting ready for the World Cup at the time. Going glove to glove at the Gunners' old ground, it was Highbury for the win. Hip, hip, Highbury, 368 winners today. Knockout. Well done, you 368 players there. Not an easy quiz. You are each taking home £2 and 72 pence, £2 and 71 pence, depending on how it has gone down for you today. But huge congratulations for making it onto the HQ Players Winners Leaderboard of Love. Well done to Jason P. 1969, to Erica Hawkins, to Anna Rection. I can't believe they made me say that. To Reese J37, well done, oh my god, you got me to say a rude word. To Quackman, to all of you. Excellent work for choosing those player names. Thank you for spending a slice of your Saturday night with us here at HQ. I'm Beric Livingstone, and it was lovely to be your host. You made me laugh, almost made me cry. You can find me on Twitter or Insta at Beric Livingstone. Find me and find us at HQ Trivia UK. We will be back, of course, for more quizology of a more sensible nature, perhaps. The next show is tomorrow at 9 p.m. It'll be an £8,000 prize and all the fascinating factoids you could wish for. We hope to see you then. Meanwhile, have a great Saturday night, all of you. Bye.